Have you ever heard the saying, feel the fear and do it anyway? When it comes to properties, that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. My name's Manda Walker and I'm the mortgage coach. And I'm currently reading a book called Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway by Susan Jeffers. And I found it a really interesting book, actually. And the reason why I'm reading it is because I really want to help people get onto the property ladder. And I know when I was 22 and I bought my first property, and a lot of people have said to me how brave I was to do that, but I didn't actually think of it that way. But everybody has different fears for different things. And what I've noticed over the years since being a mortgage advisor and talking to family and friends, that not everybody feels that level of, I don't even want to call it confidence. I think I didn't know what was involved in buying a property, so I just went and did it. I didn't have to think about it. I didn't worry about it. In fact, I put very little thought into it, which is why years later, I think, the Get Mortgage Ready boot camp and also the Get Mortgage Ready membership is so important, because now I can fill the gap for others. But what I want to talk to you about today is feeling the fear and doing it anyway. Now, there are a lot of people out there that will resonate with this video because they feel the fear and they don't do it. I've spoken to people that are, in their 20s, in their 30s, in their 40s, and asked them, or they've come to me and they've said they really wanted to get onto the property ladder, but either a family member or another mortgage advisor or a friend has told them that they can't do it, or it wouldn't work for them, or it's much too complicated. So they kind of just left it there. But it's still in the back of their minds that they want to buy. At the end of the day, I've always seen when you're renting, and this is no criticism of people who are renting, it's just my personal opinion, but I just feel that when you're renting, you're actually paying someone else's mortgage. So, and then the other thing is all those right to buys out there. When you get your right to buy and everybody says, oh, what a massive discount. Yes, it is a big discount, but you do know all the years you've been paying them rent on a property that they own, that they don't actually have any costs to cover because you also pay service charge. All of that money just goes straight to them. So they're probably giving you a tenth back as a discount. So you have a right as a right to buy, to take advantage of that right to buy, because you've more than paid your dues. So that's my first point. With the right to buys, don't think of it as a massive discount. Don't think of it as they're doing you a big favor. At the end of the day, you've been paying rent for years and they're just giving a portion of that back to you, a tiny, tiny portion. And considering their overheads, the fact that they already own that property, it's not like it was a mortgaged property and you were paying them rent and they were using that money to pay the bank. They already owned it. So all of that money for them was profit. And then if any works or anything needed to be done on the property, you're involved in that. There's service charge that you have to pay. There's ground rent that you have to pay. So honestly, don't sort of think, yeah, it's a great deal. It is, don't get me wrong, to get that discount. And, especially in certain areas like in London and things like that, with today's property prices, and to get sometimes it's up to 116,000, isn't it? That is great. But you're owed it, and all those people out there that are renting privately to landlords, you are literally giving them money that they pay their mortgage with. So you pay their mortgage for them. Now, I understand sometimes there's a deposit issue, and I've got a video about how to buy with little or no deposit. Sometimes there's affordability issue, and I've got videos on how to buy from that perspective. But I want to talk about the people that have never believed that they have a right to buy their own home, or they've never had the confidence to buy their own home, or they wouldn't know where to start. Now, I do have a membership. It's called Get Mortgage Ready membership, and it deals with all those aspects. It talks about your mindset and your relationship with money, because some people aren't always good with money for several different reasons. And there's a whole course on how to help you be better to manage your money, to have a better relationship with money. Some of you are probably thinking, I don't feel that I could buy because I don't know how it all works. I find it really complicated. Again, I've got a whole course, it's called the A to Z of mortgages, that literally breaks it down in bite size on how mortgages work, what a mortgage is, right from the bottom of what a mortgage is, how it all works, all the jargon, and what you need to know. I've done tons of YouTube videos about how to get onto the property ladder, tips and tricks and that kind of stuff. So you can watch all of that as well. The good thing is that at the end of the day, in my humble opinion, everybody can get on the property ladder. It just will take time. There's just different things to work with. So if you haven't got the best credit score, there's ways to improve that. If you haven't got a deposit, there's ways to improve that. If you find the whole thing complicated, there's courses out there, like as I said, what I do personally, my YouTube videos, and other people out there as well that are explaining how it all works. If you want a handheld approach, then a mortgage coach is the best thing for you. If you want to go out and do your own research, then that's great. But at the end of the day, everybody has a right. And I think the book that I'm reading at the moment, Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway, I think is great. It really does sort of resonate with me, because I think sometimes you just have to take that leap of faith and just get on and do it. But just because you're now in a different mindset and you're like, I'm going to do it, still, you still need help. It's like the analogy of, you don't know how to swim. I'm going to dive in the pool anyway. I'll figure it out. But you don't have to figure it out. You can dive in the pool, but you can have someone there to hold your hand. You can have armbands there, to help you. So when you make that decision that you're going to do it, by all means, find someone like myself or someone else that can help you. But don't believe that you can't do it. Just believe that you can't do it right now. So get the education, get the understanding, and execute. Yeah, every day do a little bit more, do a little bit element of it. But at the end of the day, when it comes to not understanding how it all works, you can learn that. When it comes to how to save a deposit, you can learn that. When it comes to the things that you should have already got sorted and organized before you even apply for a mortgage, you can learn that too. When it comes to what you look for in a property, you can learn that too. When it comes to what the difference is between buying a flat and a house, you can learn that. What leasehold and freehold means, you can learn that. All this mortgage jargon and property jargon, there's always something out there that can help you. So are you the type of person that does the research and just figures it out and just gets on with it? Are you the type of person that needs hand-holding? Are you the type of person that is just going to sit on the sideline and then say, I wish I did it? At the end of the day, it's never too late. It really isn't. I've organised mortgages for people in their 50s. Do you know what I mean? Of first-time buyers. You could also do mortgages for people in their early 60s. It all does depend on the preparation, getting yourself ready, making sure you have a big enough deposit. There's so many different areas, but that's what I'm here for, to guide you and to help you through these things. But the first step is believing in yourself. And I know that sounds a little wishy-washy, but it's true. Because once you believe in yourself, then you'll take that leap. And as I said, like jumping in a pool, if you need the armbands, there's someone there. If you need someone to hold your hands, that's what I'm there to do. So I just wanted to talk to you about investing in property, and that's what I feel is really important. And people are, bantering around now about having to retire in their 60s, maybe 70s. If you've got property, it's different, because where you're paying someone else's mortgage, you could, one, get your own home, and two, get investment. And if you've got property investment, then guess what? Instead of you paying someone else's mortgage, someone's paying yours. Thanks for your time. My name's Amanda Walker, and I'm the mortgage coach.